Good afternoon po.
Afternoon, ma'am, may mga ilang house members na hindi nakapunta dito. Ano pong reason and pipirma pa rin po ba sila?
Apa, so actually, all of the members who are not present here today have already given the authorization to use their electronic signatures. Naka-travel authority po kasi, naka-official business po sila sa ngayon, kaya po hindi po sila nakarating. But all 11 BICAM members will vote in favor of the ratification of the bicameral conference committee report.
Dito sa 2026 budget, ano yung main anti-corruption measures na nilagay niyo?
Ang dami po nating safeguards na inilagay doon. Una po, meron na po tayong provisions doon wherein the joint Congressional Oversight Committee on Public Expenditures will convene every month. So every quarter, rather. Ibig sabihin po, meron na talagang oversight yung parehong Kongreso at ang Senado patungkol doon sa mismong implementasyon ng mga proyekto. Bukod pa po doon, sa halos lahat po, or kung hindi man lahat ng mga infrastructure projects, meron na pong kanya-kanyang minamandato po natin o inuutusan po natin lahat ng mga ahensya ng gobyerno tulad po ng DPWH, ng DA, ng DepEd at ng DOH para po sa FMR, sa HFEP, para sa mga classrooms at iba pang mga infrastructure projects na ilagay po sa kanya-kanya nilang mga websites yung transparency portal. So meron po dong project monitoring, project status, nandun na po kung na-bid, magkano na-bid, sino yung contractor, ano yung actual status ng implementasyon ng mga proyekto. So yun po talaga yung main safeguards natin para siguraduhin na lahat mo ng mga proyekto ay nai-implement ng tama.
Walang pork barrel.
Wala pong pork barrel. Minentain na po namin yan. Isa po yan sa mga pinakauna ko pong sinabi na wala pong pork barrel sa 2026 budget.
May provision sa no guarantee letter, nakalusot po kayo ng special provision.
May special provision po na, if I'm not mistaken po, Section 78 ng general provisions. Yun po yung patungkol sa prohibition on political involvement in the distribution of cash and other types of financial aid. So nakapaloob na po yun at saklaw niya po lahat ng klase ng cash and non-cash financial
Ibig
assistance.
sabihin, wala na pong politikong makapagbigay ng guarantee letter.
Hindi po naka-specify yung guarantee letter kasi lahat po ng types, AX, MAEP, TUPAD, covered na po yun. Na wala pong, mayroon pong prohibition sa political involvement.
Ma'am, meron na po kasi request yung ilang members po ng minority na before po, and even po si Congressman Toby Tiago, na bago daw po i-ratify itong 2026 budget, baka daw po pwedeng ilabas yung mga allocables ng 2025 and even in 2026. Magagawa pa po.
The commitment of both Senwin and myself for both chambers, both in the House and the Senate, is to release tonight the essentially the digital print of the General Appropriations Bill. So kompleto na po lahat po ng volumes, Volume 1, A, 1B, 1C, and Volume 2 will all be released to the members tonight. So they have the space and the freedom to scrutinize the General Appropriations Bill as passed and ratified by the conference, the Bicameral Conference Committee. So yun po, matitignan po nila. May panahon po sila between today and tomorrow when we actually do ratify in both the House and the Senate to scrutinize all the items within the General Appropriations Bill for fiscal year 2026. And siguro po gusto ko pong i-highlight yan na binanggit po namin yan kanina na this is the first time in a long time that the full digital copy, the digital print of the General Appropriations Bill will be circulated to the members before the ratification. So, dati po kasi usually it's the Bicameral Conference Committee report only with the summaries, but now it's really the full General Appropriations Bill that the members will have access to before they vote to ratify the budget.
Now moving forward, kasi medyo natagalan po tayo, na inabot tayo past Christmas na. Magkakaroon po ba ng changes dun sa possible schedule po by next fiscal year naman po yung sa submission? Meron po bang magiging mga adjustments?
Opo, tulad po ng binanggit po namin kanina, this is the first time that we've initiated all of the reforms. So at the time when we were planning the timelines, hindi din po natin ma-estimate at the time how long each of the different processes would take. For example, on the part of the House, we have the Budget Amendments Review Subcommittee, and that took over 20 hours in itself. Also, one of the reforms that we've done in the House was to have the full HGAB printed and ready before the second reading approval. So we front-loaded all of that. Dati po kasi after the approval at saka lang tinatapos yung HGAB. So because of our thrust towards transparency and accountability to the Filipino people, nagkaroon po tayo ng intermediate steps that took up more time than they used to. So moving forward po in the next budget cycle, now we know how much each of these steps take. First po, i-request po sana talaga namin yung executive to submit the NEP at an earlier time. Because ngayon po, it's around 2 weeks later than it was last year. August 13 na po namin natanggap yung NEP. Hopefully, if we're able to receive it immediately after the SONA or a few days after the SONA, that would greatly help us manage the timeline. So hopefully, now that we know how much each of the steps take and how long the process will take, hopefully po by next year, we'll be able to finish earlier.
On the part of the House, are you still confident na walang mamimito sa budget na pinasa po natin?
Ako po, on the part of the House and our honorable bicam conferees are here with me, we're confident that the President will not veto items in the General Appropriations Bill as we pass today in the bicam.
Ma'am, nadagdagan daw yung budget sa health, education, and that. May mga ibang agencies pa na nabawasan.
Nabawasan. Definitely po DPWH. Mula po sa original submission, halos 250 billion ang nakaltas sa budget ng DPWH kung ikukumpara po sa pagitan ng NEP at sa pinal na version ng BICAM. What other... Yun po yung pinakamalaki. It's really the DPWH. Kasi po yung 255 billion pesos na tinanggal po mula sa flood control, inilipat po kasi natin doon po sa tatlong sektor na iyon. Edukasyon, kalusugan at agrikultura. That's why essentially medyo ganun po, roughly from my calculation, 82% of the 255 billion went into the three sector. So yun po, yung net, ang pinakamalaki pong nawalan ay yung DPWH. Pero ang net gainer po talaga dito ay kalusugan, edukasyon at agrikultura.
Ma'am,
Yeah, pa.
pasensya na po, I have to ask because si Kong Yan release report, meron siyang release na statement saying na meron daw pong inabot sa kanyang isang staff or may pinakita isang staff ng APRO na meron siyang 150 million na incentive for voting gets to the 2026 exam. Is there any proof for this?
I will answer that in this manner. So the House is a collegial body. The House of Representatives is a collegial body. We respect each member to have the freedom to choose based on the needs, not just choose, to vote and to decide based on the needs of their constituents and their conscience. So the House leadership has always maintained as a policy, as a principle, to not sway any individual member to vote a certain way. So ganun ko po sasagutin yon na hindi po iniimpluwensyahan ng House leadership ang sino mang individual na miyembro ng Kongreso, ng Kamara na bumoto ng kung papaano mang paraan. Okay. Alright. Thank you very much po. Happy New Year. Thank you so much.